Welcome to the History of Theater. We believe that theater began at 8500 BC with primitive tribal dance and religious rituals. They were for initiation to teach tribal customs to young boys reaching manhood, to illustrate war to inspire bravery in warriors, to share story, to imitate events of hunt or battle, and to preserve history, and also for religious reasons, to appease the spirits that primitive man felt controlled his world. By 3100 BC, Egyptian celebrations and religious rites were the primary theater. In 1887 BC, we saw the first Egyptian Passion play. By 600 BC, Greek tragic theater was established, and by the 6th century, in Greece, they had comedy competitions. Greek theater expanded in 5th century BC with Thespis, the inventor of tragedy. It was considered the birth of modern theater. Western actors today refer to themselves as thespians. Aeschylus wrote 3 tragedies on a single theme, creating the trilogy. Sophocles credited with adding a 3rd actor. Tragic dilemmas are worked out at a more personal level. And Aeschylus dealt with great public themes. In the 4th century BC, Greek theater expanded, raked auditoriums so audiences could see better, and we saw the first Roman theatrical performances. The 2nd and 3rd centuries in BC, we saw Roman comedies, farce, which was subtle comedies of manners, plots borrowed from the Greek drama. A wooden theater was built in Rome in 179 BC. 1st century BC, we saw Roman amphitheaters built in Pompeii, and the Colosseum was built in Rome. Lots of mime and mimicry. Actors were slaves or low-ranking members of society. From the 1st to 9th centuries A.D., the church and the theater were involved. Christians were forbidden to attend the theater, and the church excommunicated actors. We also saw the rise of theater in China in 618 AD. Traveling circuses provided live entertainment by 800 AD, and the origins of medieval theater could be traced to 925 AD. By the 10th century, we had liturgical drama. After the Roman Empire collapsed, theater plays were not part of life. Christian churches used dramatic effects in Easter liturgy. Scenes were enacted during church services, and some were quite boisterous. Through the 12th to 16th centuries, we saw mystery plays, religious drama outside the church in the language of the people. Narratives tell the Bible story, lives and torments of saints, and we see miracle plays. In Europe, we saw open-air platforms alongside one side of a square. Little houses or mini stages were set up for different scenes. In the 14th century to present, we saw kabuki, originally Chinese, refined theatrical style of production and performance. All male actors with a small chorus or orchestra sing and dance scenes from legends, slow and solemn with great passion. Dimensions of the wooden stage and placing of scenic props never change. Kabuki is a popular style, mainstream in Japanese theater. We saw Eucharistic plays or processionals. Spanish had carts with scenery. They moved throughout the town, seeing a succession of audiences. The drama was brought to more spectators than gathered in one place. And we saw the first English plays in 1375. By the 16th century, we saw Roman revivals and intermezzi. On festive occasions, courts of Italian princes, with lavish music added between the acts, spectacular stage effects, beautiful costumes, and much singing and dancing. The intermezzi, an example, the heaven was made up of clouds, beautiful garden, rocky cave guarded by a dragon, sea scene with mermaids, dolphins, and a ship. 16th to 18th century, we see the Commedia dell'arte, or the comedy of the trade. We also saw the London theaters, 1576 to 1599. And most famous there was the Globe Theatre, where Shakespeare's plays were presented. The 17th and 18th century, we saw the Italian stage and scenery in the birthplace of opera. The first women appeared on stage in 1660, and the first American theater was built in Williamsburg, Virginia, and the first play was performed in New York in 1732. The 19th and 20th centuries saw vaudeville, the heart of American show business.